The third Republican presidential debate invites our third installment of candidate questions. Like earlier rounds, these are not about the issues of the day, like when should abortion be legal or should there be a ceasefire in Israel. These are questions that are broader and seek to illuminate whether the candidates have the attributes required for the job they're applying for. The first one is about the American dream. 92% of Americans born in 1940 earned more than their parents did. But for Americans born in 1980, only 50% could say that. We should ask the candidates what happened. What would you do about it as president? This question tries to get past vague talk about the economy and gets at the central American ideas of mobility and fairness, and whether a candidate thinks those are still available to all Americans. The second question is to explain something. Explain step by step how something works that you think is true in American life. Pick whatever you like. Candidates don't explain anymore. They assert things as true. This encourages lazy thinking and elevates candidates who can't fulfill a president's greatest duty, to explain, accurately explain actions taken on behalf of the whole country and not just their voters. The third question is about character. A book on modern presidents is titled Character Above All. Candidates should have to define what it means to have character. Why is it important in practical terms for a president to have character? The word gets tossed around a lot. This question seeks to discover whether a candidate cares about the idea enough to have thought about its application in practice. The fourth and final question, did Joe Biden win enough lawful votes in 2020 to become president? This is admittedly a softball, inviting a speech defending the use of reason over fantasy, basing claims on facts, and denouncing the corrosive, evidence-free lie that the last election was stolen. And if a candidate can't do that, it tells us something, too. Someone who promises to raise their hand to protect the Constitution will be using the other to stoke the fires that burn it.